I don't know what happened with the signal there or what the error was for, but I'm back. I'm speaking quietly because I'm in St. Olaves, which is where Samuel Pepys is buried, which I just read out all the info in the end of the last video that ended abruptly. So hopefully the notifications are working and the people I was speaking to a moment ago will join me shortly. But whilst I wait, in fact, I'll just start really because, I mean, there's such a thing as a rewind button. So let me show you the church. Like the view from the back. It is absolutely one of the I love this church. It's one of my personal favourites. So here, it's just the back bit really. It's all right, Brown. Whoops. So these are. It's such a shame about the light. But I don't want to start getting out my other phone. There's just memoriams really on the walls. If I lift up, there's that one. There's in that alcove. It's a king. I really am not a historian. It's a shame really that I wasn't interested when I was younger. Okay, so the stained glass is all around. I think that's a personal coat of arms. It must be. So there's a massive nautical theme running through all of the churches around here, really. But this one also. So, well, I like churches with memorials, lots of them. So these are the previous rectors, like lists of the clergy. And this is the view from the back. I mean, it's a teensy church. You can see there's only room for 6 rows, like 6 pews. You can see the central stained glass window there. If I just walk up the aisle, as it were, which is definitely not ominous at all, but yeah, we'll be able to see. So there's Christ as King and Christ crucified. You can see that he's Christ King, as it were, because he's got the sceptre and the orb. There's St. George in the bottom right corner, slaying the serpent, the dragon. Who else do we see here? That's King Olave in the bottom left, even though he's on the top of a piece of English heraldry. That is Olave, who is, like I said, I'm sure it's Sweden. It could be It could be Danish. I'm so sorry, Scandinavia. But yeah, that's him anyhow. And there's 2 flaming angels. And at the top, I don't know if you can see them, that's the 4 symbols of the gospel writers around the Greek. I can't think what that symbol's called. That is shocking. I'm out of practice at this. I do apologise. Right, so that's the ceiling. Even the ceiling is pretty, in case you end up somehow flat on your back. Right, this, again, that symbol is Corporation of London, although that's kind of like I don't know, like a shaded in little. So these signs here are for the United Kingdom, or Britain at least. That's obvious what that is. Sorry. Right, thanks Tiger. It's alright, there's nobody here to disturb as yet. If anybody comes in, that's a clue to where Olav was from. So red flag with a blue and a white background. I'm sure. Oh, is that? No, that's definitely not Sweden then, because Sweden is blue with a yellow. Okay, so shucks, I'm going with Denmark. Someone tell me if you can. Right, so this is from St. Paul's Cathedral, by the way. This marble, I'm going to go with marble. It's a commemorative stone. So, it's Norway. I was wrong on both counts. How ridiculous. Right, let me take a seat and I'll show you this anyway. So this is commemorating 9 centuries, it says, of Christian worship on this site. So this stone was laid by, oh my goodness, His Majesty King of Norway. I'm not going to try his name. At the commencement of the restoration of this paradigm, which as I read outside in the previous video, was 1951, after it was damaged during the war. Right, let me turn you back to me. Oh, shit. Anywho, let me show you some of the windows. I can't. Yeah, let's start at the back and work forwards. I wonder where my admin's. I wonder where everyone is. Okay. Who are you, love? Sorry, I'm talking to the window. I mean, now we have to start guessing. Because of the Norwegian, influence, I don't know if I want to guess. I would have guessed Patrick, this dude. Hold on. You see him? No, him. Only because of the green. So, sorry to. I used to know much more stuff. My brain, lately, I've been filling it with absolute twaddle. But it seems very important twaddle. Right, so there's thistles at the bottom, which is Scotland, and St. Patrick was Scottish. So, answers on a postcard. I mean, could be. There's no snakes around, though. And those aren't really shamrocks. Whatevs. Okay, so that's the coat of arms beneath it, because it is for a benefactor. It is like a commemorating. It's the Worshipful Company of Cloth Workers, by the way, that this window is honouring or thanking their generosity. This, I shouldn't have ever stopped the Latin. I do have my glasses, though, in my bag, but, oh, dude, even with the glasses. Laus virtutis actio. So virtutis would be virtue, or, yeah, virtue. Actio. Do it? I'm just making that bit up now. Okay, so that is open, but I'm pretty confident that's not for the public. Anywho, let's get back up. So, this Deo Twin Uniopt Max Gloria. So God the Most Glory, that's a bit of it, but not sure. Uni, the one. Oh, triune and, yeah, it's something to do with the 3 and 1 of the Trinity. And then glory to God. Okay, so the crest at the top. I don't know who the dude is. There's 2 skulls. Just having a little look around. There's, I want to say Freemason symbolry, but I'm sure it had a genuine usage. But it's all in Latin. How boring. Just trying to read it, sorry. For charity. The first, Susanna. Susanna. A wife and a son. Ain't got a Scooby. Don't know who you are, love, because you decided to put it all in Latin. Trinity House, which we passed. So Captain Sir Herbert Blake, elder brother of Trinity House, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Okay, so there's more memorials here. Botanist, again, we saw about the botanist outside. Oh gosh, I wish my eyesight was better and the light was better. And everything wasn't in Latin. That looks very old, that one. Okay, so this chair is a chair, it's quite nice. Again, that's a coat of arms. I really wish I was more up on heraldry. Okay, so St. Clement is here. And if anyone knows the song Oranges and Lemons, I mean, it's not a club classic, but it's a nursery rhyme, really. But St. Clement's is one of the churches mentioned, although this isn't it, obviously, but that is the saint to whom it's commemorated. This is in remembrance of those associated with the Corporation of Trinity House who laid down their lives in the 2 World Wars. So, 2 for 1. That's the Royal Crest. Over there, that's also a royal, well, I think it's royal, but it's a nautical crest. And there's Colours of England. Oh yeah, that's the well-known story of Jesus sailing to England. I think it's probably St. Christopher at the back. Oh, who are you, love? You can't even see it, it's such a shame. Okay, what I'm going to do is come back here one day when the light's better. I'll bring some lighting. So, it's more Latin, if anyone's bothered. Again, those are the middle. Oh, come on, let's just do it. I'm not stepping where I shouldn't. Okay. Oh, I was right anyway, yeah. Christus Salvatore, Christ saves or saving, and Christus Victor, Christ the Victor. This is former worshippers and benefactors of Trinity House, which is again around the corner, like I said. I don't know who she is in the corner there. Oh, it's in English though. Let me kneel down. Oh, this feels a bit weird because I should be saying a prayer. That's Elizabeth, and she is. What is she? Oh, here lieth Dame Anne, the wife of Sir Radcliffe, and that's 1585. So that's 16th century, which is obviously a long time ago. Those cherub faces, they always look a bit, I know it may be disrespectful, but they always look a bit mommy. They look cheerful, like, I know it's from memoriam, but surely, like, come on, if they died saved. Either way, this is in Christian hope of a blessed immortality. Near this place layeth interred the body of Jane, late wife of Matthew Humberstone of London, Esquire, the second daughter of James Host of Sandringham in Norfolk, Esquire, who being a person of singular accomplishment and many excellent virtues, this is before they learned to spell probably, by the way, her endeared husband thinks this monument a most just debt to her fragrant memory. Oh, love. It's very sweet. She died, which is D-Y''D, for anyone who loves a bit of phonetics, you're in, basically. She died July. Oh, what is that now? There's a Y with an E on it. Oh, the Y in the olden days was a th, if anyone, like when you think it says ye olde bookshop, it's the. So that's I think it's a Thecla. I can't listen. We don't know that stuff. Anyway, she died 3rd. What is this now? Oh, no, jeez. 1694, 7th. It's got to be July. Anyway, she was 33, bless her. Her noble soul and lovely body joined were once the joy and wonder of mankind. They who have known her thus with sighs, because S's in those days, can confess. They wish they'd known her still or known her less. Her race was short, the longer is her rest. God only wife disposes all things best. Her husband Matthew Humberstone also departed this life on the 28th of August 1709, and he was 60, so he outlived her by 27 years, which is, I don't know, it's a shame sometimes. Sometimes it's not, to be honest. I've met old lady widows who really were quite relieved, which is, it's always comical to me. Right, this guy, it's pretty important because there he is again. It's not the Matrix. It's just, this is consecrated to the memory of Paul and Andrew. Oh, maybe they're brothers, but they've got the same outfit on. Paul and Andrew Bainitz, in all great cities, CITTYES, prosperously confess that he by whom their traffic doth increase deserves well of them. Then the adventures, oh gosh, what are you saying there? Worth of these two who were brothers, both by birth and office, prove that they have, thankful, with a C in it. thankful being, it should be, for the honours which this city placed them in, and dying old, they by a blessed consent this legacy bequeathed their monument. The happy, oh gosh, come on. Oh, it's underneath the thingy, let me kneel again. The happy, oh, no, I'm going to have a look, sorry. Right, the happy sum and end of their something provided. Oh gosh, no, it's too low down. It's not lit properly. Sorry, I was just getting into that myself, funny enough. Right, Andrew Baining Esquire. Look at that, ESQ. Esquire, sometimes Alderman of London, lived to the age of 67 years and died the 21st of December, Anno Domini 1610. So that's the same as a normal 1610. To anyone else. This guy, I'm just going to get my other phone out. I need a bit of light on the subject. Right, hold up. Peter Capone. Sounds a bit Italian to be in a Norwegian. Oh, sorry, okay. There's that view there, and I'm pointing you at the wall. Sorry, kidders. Right, let's have a go with a torch. Oh, that's better, a little, for me at least. Oh, it's in Dutch. How come it's in Latin anyway? So sorry, love, I have no clue who you are. I should know. So here is situated Petrus Capone. So Peter Capone, a Florentine nobleman. With gratitude. Okay, even he died in Roman numerals. Come on, bruv, make it easy. Obit and et 32. Hang on a minute. 1582. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Yeah, that's it. Peter Capone. That's what we're going to call him. He's a gentleman of Florence. Died of the plague, and because of his death, his 16th century, he's dressed. You can't see it. Oh, there you go. A little bit. He's dressed in like Elizabethan jazz, as it were. Let me turn this torch off because I feel funny in case anyone walks in. St. Catherine. St. Catherine Coleman. She had a surname. There is Queen Elizabeth I, who most people are familiar with, daughter of Henry VIII, Queen of England, known as Virgin Queen for potentially propaganda reasons, but she definitely didn't marry. That's Mary of, Mary fame, holding Jesus. At the top there's Florence Nightingale. She is to the left of centre, and Josephine Butler is to the right of centre, and then Edith Cavell is the one on the right of the four, and Elizabeth Fry, who I've got a video on, is the prison reformer, is on the left there. She was she was a Quaker, and she did a lot for, it's such a shame the lighting, she did a lot for prison reform, especially for women, or mainly for women. For these our brothers, loyal, brave and true, who obedient to thy call, fought for right unto death, obeying, they gave, giving, they receive. Okay, I should have read that with different intonation maybe, but I think that's Britannia. She's definitely got a funny hat on. It's not Boudica. So yeah, I think that's Britannia. So that's for the First World War anyway. And then this is really pretty and you can't see it. I'm gutted. This is such a shame. Men by... Oh, it's in that funny spelling. Hold on. Men by... No, it doesn't even seem English. Men by lying down in his bed to write, signifieth laid in grave by... no. This is how people must feel who can't. Oh, by something, men, by... No way. I cannot, I just can't. I could read it if it was in the right... she really... If it was in the right font even, but it's really complicated because obviously the S's are... The F's are S's, the Y's are the... And nobody could spell, and punctuation was just not popular yet. There's a gold or brass plaque to the memory of the Reverend Alfred Pover. For upwards of 40 years was rector of this parish and of the combined parishes of St Olaves Hart, which is here, and All Hallows, which is over there. In fact, I might just go over there. I did say to John I would go Speaker's Corner, but I don't plan the transport. It's a nice window, it's quite simple. It's just nautical, Floriat Portus Imperi. Got a picture of the tower on it with two lions who, bizarrely, have the bodies of seahorses, which I think is probably... And there's little teensy... Have a look. Hang on a minute, you're facing there. The little tiny anchors. Oh, it's cute. I like all that stuff. Don't tell anyone. I've kept it a secret up till now. If I was really not brave but naughty, I would get up on that lectern and give a banging sermon, but I don't want to be. I mean, I've got enough sins going on without racking them off in the church. Okay, let's have a butcher's. These are all personal, family coats of arms. Although no, they're not all personal. Yes, they are. Alright, let me show you. So those are just different people's family crests, and I guess though their descendants or family, once they'd passed, donated for those to be included. This is Pepys, Samuel. Is it? No, it isn't. It does look like him, although everyone had them shoes in those days. This is Sacred be the statue here raised by gratitude and respect to eternise the memory of Sir Andrew Ricard, who was a knight, a citizen, and opulent merchant of London, whose active piety, inflexible integrity, and extensive abilities alike distinguished and exalted him in the opinion of the wise and good. Adverse to his wish, he was frequently chosen chairman of the Honourable East India Company. He didn't want to do it. And filled with equal credit for 18 successive years the same eminent station in the Turkey Company. Among many instances of his love to God and liberal spirit towards man and beast, is it beast? No. One, as it demands peculiar praise, deserves to be distinctly recorded. He nobly left the perpetual advowson of this parish in trust to 5 of its senior inhabitants. He died on the 6th of September in the year of our Lord 1672, and he was 68 years old. And he's got a bit of Latin at the bottom there, which, and then he's completely in Latin, whoever that one is. And then, but yeah, right, let's carry on. Onwards and upwards, chaps. Over there is a war memorial, which is really pretty, and I wish they'd done that. But they won't. So as I said, Samuel Pepys is interred here, but that's back out to the street, so I'm going to go back through to the churchyard. Let's just have a quick... Oh, the Cloth Workers Company. Those poppies that you can see, like, fashioned around, those are from the art installation at the tower. I've got 2 of those. One for my granddad. Those were to commemorate those who died in, I think it was the First World War, but I've got one where the ashes of my granddad are. Can't remember. Yeah, I've got another one. I got one for somebody else also. So these are personal, and there's a list of all of those employed of the company who gave their lives in the Great War, which is the First War, and then underneath the Second, if you just want to have a teensy butchers. There you go. Right now, sorry, I was just looking if there was evidence of an organ, but there is, but I think it's built in. Okay, right, I'll give you one last glimpse of the whole thing, and then church. So that's the teensy door out onto the street. All right, Bill? And that's what we now know is the Norwegian flag, how embarrassing. And, oh, up on each of the, you see those little statues again? Oh, maybe one of those is to Pepys. Let's have a quick look. I don't think they are, strangely. Elizabeth, daughter of Sir William Gore. Oh, hello, are you closing? Are you closing? Yeah. All right, excellent. I'm making my way out now. No, film a video. Yeah.
Is it just for you?
Yeah. Well, and family. Okay, I'm heading out that way anyway to look at the labyrinth. I am, yes. Yeah, and then I'll make my way out, literally. Thank you very much.
Have you got time to look?
I have, yes. Thank you so much. God bless. Oh, let me see. Thank you. Oh, excellent. Thank you. I'm just going to quickly look at this literature before I go. Lost London Churches Project. That will. Yeah, that will do. It was a little, but it's fine. Honestly, I've been here. Oops. Oh, this is. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's beautiful anyway. Thank you. I will do, definitely. Thanks. No. Within easy travelling distance. It's only because the transport network was mucked up that I usually go to a different church anyway. So, but it's fortuitous providence. Thank you. That's to the glory of God with a bit of decent lighting. Let all who pass through this porch remember with honour those who lost their lives through acts of war, First and Second World War. I felt bad then when he asked me, is it for me? I did, it just came out of my mouth. Well, let's have a little teensy look at the... Oh, how silly. It's facing not the wrong way, clearly, because I'm in the wrong position. But... I can't read from here. Oh, that's Elizabeth again. Everyone was called Elizabeth, which is true. Yeah, they were. There was a lot of Lizzies about. Right, so... What's her... That's an Anne. Love an Anne. Around the gaff. I think it's got to be... Who are you? This one? No. Anywho. This... Let me just try and work it out with my eyeballs how to... See if you can do it as well, which way to go. Would you be walking on the white part? Alright, really, is this like straight forward and then you're here, which doesn't seem like a lot of time to contemplate anything, which is probably why they oh, he's back again. Right, let me turn. I'm going to make my way out of there before you lock me in. I mean, I love it, but it's not to die for, as it were. No problem. I would have been only slightly hungry by tomorrow.
I would have seen you.
No worries. You would have heard me. Thank you. God bless.
Bless you.
Right. They love me so much they want to keep me. Doesn't happen as often as you'd think for someone as charming as I. Right. So now I've got you here, a couple of you at least. I mean, I could go speakers corner. They don't want to talk to me anyway. I was going to speak to John because he had a conversation with a pastor and didn't agree with the stance. Okay, so sorry. This is the... Well, you can read. Maybe if you can't read English. Site of the Navy Office in which Samuel Pepys lived and worked and which was destroyed by fire in 1673. So that's not the Great Fire of London. That was part 2, as it were. Let's do another church. You can give me a 1 for yes and a 2 for 1. Because I'm going in another church. Tried to make out this was a democracy for a second. Sorry. I really shouldn't be so fibby. I'm playing, is what I am. Can't believe that's a hotel. Look at it, it looks lovely. Okay. Phil, you're on. Just, oh, and is it open? Yeah. I love a church. I love a bit of Jesus. Oh, such a good job well, good job he did, and a good job he was, and a good job he is, and is to come. Right. Because I would never get in. Never. Right, this is what I can see. Sorry. Double chins. Right, that's the, again, spire, clock tower, steeple. I get them mixed up. This is special. So again, over there, Tower of London. Look, do you know what? All right, you've twisted my arm. I will go in, not today, but I am going to bite the bullet, as it were, and go in there. It used to be, what do you call it? Concessionary fees for people who lived or worked in the borough, as it were. But now they say, no, give us your money. And they probably had biatches, but maybe quietly. That pub there on the corner is the hung, drawn and quartered. So to be hanged, because it's technically hanged, I don't want to be a pedant, but all right then I will. Hanged, because a painting is hung, but a human is always hanged. But either way, to be hung, drawn and quartered, or hanged, drawn and quartered, meant that we would hang them until they were, still alive, take them down. Drawn means to open them up and take out their insides in front of their face if you're not too shy. And quartered is what it says on the tin, chopped into quarters. I think it was along the vertical and horizontal, so like an arm, a shoulder and half a head, etc. We've come a long way. There's one of the ravens. I don't know if that's one of the tower ones, but that was from the beginning of the last video, I just realised. So thank you. Right, let's not die. I've beaten my all-time record of not dying. So, as the side, that's a part of the original structure. Did you remember I said it was rebuilt, some of it? You can see some newish. This is the oldest church in the city. I was right. Boom! But it's 675, so I was wrong. I took 70 years off. It's a good English angel. You didn't know they had nationalities, did you? Well, they do. So now you know. These three, I don't know who they are, but I can't crick my neck like that. We've been here before. I know you know. So, that is the only bridge at that time across the Thames, and that is London Bridge. Is it? Yes, it is. So it's called the bridge in those days, because obviously they didn't need names for the bridge. You see the dwellings on the top. Obviously, you see them. I thought that was my name then. I don't know what. Lion. Carey. What's the bridge? You were going under and around stuffs. Some people doing people's stuff. That is All Hallows Birking. It says Barking. That's quite a way to the east. There you go. That's Billingsgate, which became one of the famous markets. Fish market. Billingsgate, yeah, fish market. South Walk, you see, became Southwark. That church is St Mary Olaves, don't know. St Lawrence Pulteney, no, I don't think that's there anymore. But look at all the churches all in a line. The Dutch Church, the Exchange, St Michael, St Peter's, Leadenhall, that was spelled differently in those days. St Ellen, St Andrew, St Dunstan, so that's Stepney, St Dunstan. That, you see, it's quite a big, imposing spire. That was let me turn you around again. Oh my gosh, there's a heavy door. That was the seat of the Bishop of London, who was, one of them was it the Bishop Bommel? It was a bit of a, let's say, character, and we'll be done with it. That's St Paul's, but it looked very different. So that's, it looks the same from the side, but just the Whispering Gallery isn't there. It's St Paul's Church, but that's not cathedral, is it? No, I think I'm too far down the river, because that's Bow Church there. So Bow Church, for anyone who remembers the song I was talking about, St Clement, the bell of that church, it said that if you're born within the sound of the bow bells, that makes you a Cockney, which was another word for cripple, but we appropriated it. That's Guildhall, which around that area there's lots of guild buildings, which is like, you know, the worshipful company of, yeah, that door needs oiling. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like the guild of, I don't know, cloth makers, etc. That says Three Cranes, which is a pub, so I love that they've put in the pub there. That's the Globe, which was built quite late. So now, that is the real St Paul's, just by the fact that the Globe is there. Nowadays, that means that where the floor is there, that would be Southwark Cathedral. Though that does say Southwark, but no, it says St Mary's there, but that does look like Southwark Cathedral. Sorry, now you're behind the glass a bit. But, Hampstead Hills, look, it's like countryside. Oh, some people who are completely disproportionate because look at the size of the houses. I mean, there's giants going about their business. They're burning their look, it's like countryside chisel, right? Look, pastured animal things. Animals, that's the word. Don't even know what that says. Right, anyway. I really hope that's just a pub and not a place where bears are gardened. I'm going to have to ask them. It doesn't say I can't film. It does say there's CCTV, but if it's pointing to me, there is someone over. I think I'm going to ask if it's all right. Sorry. Do you work here?
I do.
Is it all right? This is pointed towards me as opposed to.
Recording, I'm afraid.
Oh, you don't?
Photos are fine, but
No,
video.
it's a connect. Okie dokie, thank you. If I spin around, I'll accidentally catch the architect. So, I don't want to get the people's faces. It looks like that. This is the old part. We've been in here before, but I didn't want to say anything. So that is the oldest part of the church, which is 675. That part over there is all modernised. Okay, I'm going to get out while I'm having past the literature though. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to come out, but there are other churches are available. Let's just... Sorry. Got it? No problem. They were all standing there thinking it was closed, even while I'm on the other side of it. Right, let's get out and about. Let me think. We could walk down the river. We could go in the Hunthorne and Quarters and have a drink, to be fair, but that does seem a bit of a cave thing to do. Yeah, you can see now the juxtaposition between the old part and the new part. I mean, they tried to keep it subtle. It's like massively obvious. Let's just have a wander, really. See the modernised, like when like with the oldish. I mean, this is all right. So that's oldish. Over there, there's the oldishness of the church. Whoa, oldishness, and then boom. It looks like the Pompidou Centre or something, which it isn't, obviously, because I can't walk that quickly or swim that far. Oh yeah, let's walk up towards the tower. You right, Baz? What's happening? There was a ferry. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Overy, I knew it was. I couldn't. Some of the oldie Englishy, you know, jazz. This is to honour her brave people. George's Cross, people who were awarded the George Cross, or the governor, Malta, or whatever, man. In the name of people of the United States of America. Still Malta, and that's by Roosevelt when he visited Malta. That's his speech there. There looks like a temple across to me. I like that. It's on my channel anyway. So this is a lot of writing, people. It's entitled The Siege. Just have a look at them for a minute. Very sweet. I like that. So when they say the siege, they mean the first part of the Second World War. Oh, it's the Maltese cross, by the way, for anyone who actually cares about that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna do this, and then I can pause it afterwards and read it myself, because I can't go through all this. It is literally a blow-by-blow account with dates, because at the end it says on the 10th of July 43 the invasion of Europe begins in Sicily. So, and that's June 1940. Italy declares war on Britain. Malta is now only 100 miles from Axis airfields. Defences are 3 obsolete fighters and a few guns. That's how it starts. And I promise I would read it out, but I don't think everyone cares. So that's a zoom in, as it were, of Malta, and that's its place in conjunction with like Yugoslavia, for example, Corsica, Italy, Cyprus, Palestine, yada yada yada. Okay, so that's it. Let's walk up to the town. So what do we reckon? Pub, because the Minories is only around the corner. It's so strange. Like my great grandmother, this just popped into my head. She used to give directions by pub. Like if someone wanted to know how to go, she would literally be like, walk down to the King's Arms, turn left at the Sun, because in those days there were a vastly greater number of pubs in London, but also a vastly greater number of churches. Isn't that teensy weensy door? I don't know, well, you can't see that it's teensy weensy. Maybe if I stand. Are you ready? It's a teensy weensy little door. There's another teensy weensy little door. Like literally, that's where my head is, and that's where the chisel is. The chisel, what do you call it? Lintel, top of the door. That's a big size one, a proper one. Okay. Oh, the tower. Are you looking at me? So you're going to hear lots of touristy voices. I don't know why English people don't do it. I was saying that to someone the other day. I love it when people visit me from abroad, because I get to do all the like touristy shiz. I do like all that. I do. Can't help it. Right. I need to get a new one actually. There's all Titfers, which is East London for hat, because of tit for tat. You can also buy international adapters, and obviously there's Kentucky, because that is great English cuisine. There's everywhere. It's not. It looks a bit secure, doesn't it, for just a building? But it is near the tower. Maybe it's a secret entrance. Lol, joking. Right. Let's wait for the humans to get past us. It's definitely oldiness, look, because of the stone and the... Well, I'm not going to have it. Oh, hold up. Is it a pub or is it a themed thingy? What do you reckon? It's called the Gunpowder Plot. It's got to be a boozer in it. It's got a barrel outside, which is an ashtray. No, one of the best experiences ever. A truly engaging walk for experience. Oh, so there's live actors, and I never knew this was here. What are the odds? I'm going to get away from that music because it mucks up my stream. Oh yeah, it's got a big commercial. Oh well, I'll find out about that. I'm definitely going to go in the tower one of these eons. Right, let me show you what I can see. Sorry, I keep... Right. Let's... Actually, because the entrance is like behind me technically, but I'll show you the moat. I did a charity when I was much younger that I walked around this. They measured how long the moat is. Obviously there's no water in it now. I'll show you it. That's where all the poppy installation was down there. You see, that would have been the moat. And you see there the slits for the archers, etc. and all that. So it's really like a palace within grounds within a... Like it's sectioned off. And as I said, the most haunted site in Britain is one of its dubious accolades. But I'm positive there's like somewhat inexplicable phenomena goes on. Not everyone is hysterical, darlings. But yeah, if I walk out, I can just show you she's. That's not a pub. Oh, I see what you said. Tiger, did you check for it? It's got a big sign, like as if you can buy tickets to it. Look. On the corner there's like flags hanging down. Yeah, I was definitely, let's go pub. Let's just film a bit and then, because I'm hungry and I haven't been well. And I didn't even, someone usually sends me a message saying like, oh, stay safe and all that, but they're just I don't know what's the matter with them. I've got to focus on what's the matter with me. But I care. Right, anyhow, are there still any castles? Well, have a word. I haven't. That's one. This is actually technically a palace, but it looks. How castle-y does it look? I mean, how much castle do you want for your money, as it were? Let me show you. And let's go and see how much it is, and then you'll hear me on camera having a small seizure. There's some leopards. No, it ain't. It's a female lion. Two lionesses and a lion. That hair looks good, doesn't it, on the lion? Yeah. Anyhow, I never noticed them before. Right, let's see how much. Let's see how much they're taking off of foreigners and other history seekers. You think they would have a big sign, but no, they want to lure you in first. So ER hasn't been changed. Oh no, it wouldn't, would it? Yes, of course it would. It'd be CR. Instead of Elizabeth Regina, it would be Charles Rex. Oh look, little armoured heads and baby grows. Because I mean, what's this Tower of London more than a baby grow? They get para because the para jewels are here. Just go away through a sea of people, humans as I like to call them. This is. Oh, I can't show you. When I turn around, I'll show. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's just the. Let's ask the visa. Love, excuse me. How much is entry? Is it one flat fee? Like for a single one person?
Yeah, one person is the.
And then, where's the ticket? Is that the ticket office or that way?
Ticket office is up the hill next to
the fish and chip shop. That seems legit. All right, thank you. Right, did anyone hear that? I kept the heart attack in. Just in case. It's not awful, but it is awful because it's a part of British history. But yeah, 30 quid, which is 30 English pounds. I mean, I could maybe yeah, if I set a proper date, whereas like in advance, I could do that. Right there behind me is Tower Bridge, which is, it opens for passing the ships to get through that are too tall. That's quite a sight. That's controlled from inside. You can go, you see, oh, I'm no good with this mirrored stuff. You see the thing that goes atop between the towers? You can go through that. That's got a perspex floor, so you can literally walk across it. Let's get some info on shiz. What's this? Oh, this is about this cottage. Alright, until the late 1800s, weapons, gunpowder and military supplies were shipped from here all across the world, and by world they mean empire. I'm pretty confident of that. So, well, British Empire obviously. So that's the second tower, I think, or the middle tower. That's there. And that, the very fact that that's called the middle tower makes me think that it must have extended much like further out, because it's not middle by any means. It's on a corner and it's first in line. I want to go in the gift shop because I have no life and no visitors ever. No one wants to even talk to me on the phone, let alone listen. I like all this shit. Sorry, I've got, not those ones, but I've got similarly English stuff. Oh, let me show you how cutesy they are. Oh, I love armour and stuff. Look, oh, how cutesy. What is it though? I ain't got my glasses on. It just says historic royal palaces. That's handy because it's not one. I'll just show you. Look. Those are obviously tankards. I'm not a div. I'm talking about those. There's what, mini tankards? It's definitely sort of glassy. Oh, little medieval knights. It's mead as well. And chocolates with the Queen's eggs on them. All of Henry VIII. Oh, that is lovely. Sorry, I'm out shopping with you all. How cutesy is that? It's a little. That is banging. I like that. Hint, if any of my family are watching for Christmas. Sorry guys. These are special. They're real, like they're heavy. Those are made of. I ain't got my glasses on. Doesn't say anyway. Just says rustic. Sorry, I'm in for the haul now. Look at those bookends. How blinding is that? Not the book, obviously. The doodah. Oh, yeah, I'm coming back here. I'm coming back here. When it's time to treat myself. I don't know when that'll be, but soon, hopefully. When I've been a good girl. Thing is, on that frivolous stuff. But what I do mean is, I was thinking that, like, it's, yeah, it could have been brass, but it was quite heavy. It's an idea to treat yourself as if you're someone you love. I don't mean that arrogantly, but I mean, I have to remind myself sometimes to do nice things for me. Like, I'm not, like, selfless or, I don't mean it like that. I just mean that, for me, it's much easier to be nice to other people, and sometimes I'm aware that that could be a coping mechanism, like, you know, but I hope it is, like, if it is, it's fortuitous, because that's what Jesus wants me to do anyway, but, you know what I mean, like, sometimes, especially when I feel down, which I have recently, I try to help other people if I'm in a position to. Sometimes I'm so, when it's real bereavement stuff, I can't do anything. That's cute, isn't it? Is it like a diary? Hold on, I'm so sorry. I feel like we're close enough to go shopping together. Except I'm the only one with the money. One sec. It's so pretty, I've got to open it just to see. I might buy it. Oh no, it's too well, yeah, it's just, look, you couldn't really keep that. I mean, a journal, it's plain. It's like that artisan paper, you know, like recycled, handmade, fair trade. But they're special. One thing. Like clothing. No, I just like knicky-knacks. How cheesy is that lip balm? Sorry. It's a cutesy tin. It's only minced. But right, anyway, come on, Kay. See what you like out, love. Right, I'm just going to have another. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring you shopping. I'm going to get back outside into the historyness. Walking down the cubit. This is wrong. Oh, let's go back that way. Sorry. I tell you what I'm going to show you. See those? I didn't learn this that long ago, but pineapples are on the tops of lots of churches and like impressive buildings, etc. Why is there no prices? I get scared when there's no prices. Because it was it was a sign of welcome and hospitality. Because pineapples were so expensive, you could rent a pineapple for a function, like in those days. And I'm talking maybe Elizabethan or no, past Elizabethan. Whenever it was, that's why there are carved pineapples on churches to show the welcoming nature. Oh, there is a price on it, but it's just my eyes are so tiny. My eyes aren't tiny, the writing's tiny. It's very cute. Look at that one. I mean, I love Union Jacks. Like that. Sorry, I promise I'm getting out. Sorry, Bill. I'm doing it. I'll get it out. Yeah, I can read that. I'm not buying it. But I will. I'll come back when I've, like I say, when I've done something that I think deserves, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what. Oh, sea salt, I suppose, because of the nautical thingy. Oh, sorry, I'm filming myself. All right, no problem. Which entrance to go? Okay, I'll go that way. Thank you. No filming in a gift shop, in case anything's promoted. That's so weird. I've never. Whatevs. I don't. I don't make the rules. I usually just break them and then mock those ignorant. I could go down the river. I could actually take a boat down the river, take you on that. I mean, it's not a pub, but it is a river boat. It's ever butchers. I know it's the same price as getting on the tube, but where would I go? That's the point. Okay, I could go to Canary Wharf. I think you've been there with me before, people. But down to where the London Eye is, I guess. Doesn't go to Swedish Corner, by the way. It really doesn't. And the closest would be a boat. It doesn't seem worth it then because it is El Nippy. Phil, how dare you? I mean, God bless your mother. I'm taking that as like snarky, even though I love Christmas. Not actually, you're right, yeah. Depends. Some people, my daughter, for example, is blinded to go shopping with. She just it's dizzying the speed with which she can zoom around an entire department store and just come back with a load of stuff. While I'm still I don't know, perusing the first items. Let's have a little walk and then we're going to the pub, chaps. Your only choice really is should I go to the Hung John and Quarters or the Minories. The Minories has got an old confession box inside, which I just like. I don't know why. Let me show you the river. What a load. Thinking like as if you lot are all au fait. Right, so that's Tower Bridge. Can't remember what that building is, but it's don't know, but it's weird looking. That's the Shard. That's a big boat. Not those little boats there, round the back. It's all in grey, like camouflaged against the yellow and silver of the buildings. But anyway, it's some sort of warship boat. No, ship, that'll do. Warship. There. Over that side of the river, which is the wrong side, everybody knows that. That's South London. There's the eye in the background. You can't really see it. Maybe you can. Maybe you can see how I can. That's an Uber boat going past, which is a taxi boat, which is what I was going to get on. Those ones are coming obviously back this way. I was going to get on one going down towards Parliament. John, what's happening? It could well be HMS Victory, but sneakily they haven't put it in big writing on the side. They usually do, but maybe it's on the other side. Maybe it's like Motors where the petrol cap is and all that. Oh no, yeah, you could Google it. It's on the South Bank. I know it's nearest to Tower, and is that London Bridge? No, that ain't London. Surely that ain't London Bridge. I get me bridges all. Oh, what bridge is that? Oh, fudge. It's not, but all right, John. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's HMS something. That is a given. And now my sock has come off inside my trainer, and these are pieces of information for apologists don't give you. But I'm telling you, it's come off in my trainer, people. Just, you know how it slips off your heel when you wear those sneaker socks. So I may have to have a little seat, but these tourists are making... Oh, she's in a little tiny cotton dress. I can't do it. It's not even a photo opportunity. She's just cold. Oh, imagine... Remember being that young, anyone? Where you just go out purely based on what it looks like, as opposed to, like, warmth or functionality. I used to go out with... Oh, my gosh. My mum used to be like... Oh, cold, just looking at me. Right, still more riverage, but yeah, I've got to pull up now, as it were, even though I'm not driving. Oh, HMS Belfast, nice. Okay, let's have a little sit down a minute because it's so weird. It's only a little tiny bit of sock, but it's so annoying. That's something you don't hear every day for obvious reasons. No, I can't sit down there though. There's no seats there. Just looks as if there should be. Right, let's go through customers. Oh, I could just... Oh, there's some steps down to the river. Let me show you. Literally down to the river. So when the, when it all slushes over that way, you can walk down there, and they do a thing called mudlarking around here. So like clay pipes and old glass bottles, you will always, a lot find. Metal detectors as well come down here. Metal detectorists, I think that's what they're called. But yeah, I like the idea of mudlarking. Just seems quintessentially, don't know, a bit sort of charming-y. I've got to find a seat. I mean, I can bunny with the best of them, but I cannot tolerate this shoe situation. So look like there's a pub up here. I'm going to get to the next bridge and we might just about turn sharpish because there ain't no seats either. Although I think there's a bench on the next one because I've done this walk before many times. Who's here? Jimmy! Take your time, babes. We've been here ages, just killing time till you got here, really, Jimmy. Nothing important going on. I'm telling fibbage. Right, again, the Shard. It's just so weird. Oh, I know a good church. I know loads of good churches. I've got a blip. Do you know what? What a donut. I've got a thing in my hand. The Lost London Churches Project aims to promote the interest in the lost churches and parishes of the City of London through a series of collectible cards, books and maps. Boom. Right in my hand. St Dunstan's is on the front of that one. So it's basically a map of all the churches. What? Providence. You know. Right, let me sit down then. What are you saying, Bill? It might do, but if there's like metaphorical gold there, I mean, this river used to be much more. I mean, it's hardly clear blue now, but it used to. I mean, years and years ago, the streets were an open sewer because there were no sewers. They used to just aim their night soil, which is what they called it, out the window. That was the whole point. That was why a lot of the older buildings, I mean, not these like majestic-y ones, but the old, there's still a couple of examples in existence, but they used to have walkways, like balconies that ran along the outside so that you could walk underneath them so you didn't get smacked in the mouth with a turd, basically, if you want to be frank about it. Oh, imagine the Raz. Imagine that. Someone just aims there. Oh, but there was like a protocol. You'd have to shout. I don't know what you shouted. 4. No, that's like for golf, isn't it? I'll just show you because it's pretty. 1877. It says at the top in a clamshell or oyster shell. Then it's the Corporation of London crest again in the middle with the armoured, the knight's head kind of thing on the top. And then there's a sceptre and a sword. I thought it was a thistle. Maybe it is. It is a thistle in the background. And then the Maltese cross on the hilt of a sword. And, and a sceptre. Don't know what's meant to be under it. Not sure. But there you go. Up that way. There could have been a song. Right, there's still no seat. If I don't find a seat in a minute, nothing's going to happen. There's steps that do. I don't mean the music, the kiddie band. I mean... Remember in that map in the other church that I showed you where it said Billingsgate? There you have it. See the fish on the top up there? And the sort of Neptune-y type shiz? There you go, you heard it here first. There's crossed fishes as well on the fretwork of the wrought iron portcullis-y type jazz. And there's my reflection. Right, let's sit on this thing here a minute. That was the old lady noise, which is obligatory just in case anything hurts me. Now I've got to undo the... You see what I go through for you people. Come back, you little socky. Right, done it. Now I've got to do my laces up there, which is going to be problematic because I've not yet learned to do it with one hand. But this selfie stick, I've never tried to open. It's a new one. Don't know how to do it. You might have to all lay on your backs a minute, as it were, and look at the grey. No, I can't walk along with my laces undone. I just look like a chav. And it's a shame I don't know how to work my own selfie stick. That's a button. That's just... No, I did it once. It extends. Extending's no good. I need a tripod. It's got a crack down the middle like it opens. Alright, we're not going to bother. Baz, Who built the sewers? Come back to you on that. 1 second. Just have a look at the, wow, the British weather. 1 minute. If someone nicks that phone, I will be fuming. But forgiving, ultimately. And you can all tell me anyway where they went. Right, who built the sewage system? Well, the Romans, I guess. Only because of the life of Brian. What did the Romans ever do for us? But that was what they were doing for the People's Front of Judea. No, in actual fact, it would have been round about. I mean, I think the London Underground was only. They're at least Victorian times. The current iteration, Baz. I don't know. I mean, you've got your fingers on the internet, as it were. You can wow us all with your knowledge of it. Right, let's go pub. Baz, I am coming, by the way, 1 week over to your way, as it were. Oh, tell me then, Baz. Come on then. Who done it? Who done it? It's a mystery. Should we go back along the river or along the? That looks like just boring 1970s buildings. Let's go back through here. Custom House walkway. 19th century, 1800s. Started with the Roman. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Chuck. But again, only because Life of Brian. And I'm sure they had like a, the Muslim thing, push them to the narrow bit, like a gully, but subterranean sewage systems that pump out into. I mean, it's not really my forte. I just take it, when I say educated guess, I mean I'm educated and I'm guessing. I really don't know anything about it. But, alright, South London, wrong side. It's a bit weird over there. It is, it's very big over there. Once I missed my stop on a train in South London and I ended up in Kent. And I wasn't near Kent when I started. I was whispering as if it's like scandalous, but yeah. Missed one stop and I was halfway across the planet, it seemed. Liberty. There you go. Right, that's what I've got against them. And the fact that, well, I was going to divulge. Mick. It is antiquated. Yeah, everything when it was like even the, like say the welfare system, they thought people was gonna retirement age was maybe 60. They thought they'd be dead by 62. Right, my battery's going. I'm going to end the stream, roll a fag, plug my phone back in, and I'm going to start back up in 5 minutes. All right, and then we should be in a warm pub as well. All right, I love you all. Come back. Don't fudge about. I'll see you in a minute.